All right, good morning. Fly on the Wall Productions bringing you the Aired Out podcast live on Facebook and YouTube and streamed everywhere you get your podcasts on the web at airedoutvt.com. We got morning sun, clouding up for the afternoon, says Roger Hill. 30s today. Clouds with flurries tonight, mid-20s. And then looks like a Tuesday tomorrow, scattered flurries in the morning and highs around 30. I mean, that's basically it right there in a nutshell. Today,
Bad.
say it again now.
That's not too bad.
No, it's really not. It's really not. Today is National Celebration of Life Day, Raylene, honoring the children and grandchildren in our lives that we love and frankly don't know what we would do without, and probably could think of a few things that we could do if we had some time, a little bit of time, maybe a weekend away from them.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Some things
God.
that we could live without, like messy bedrooms, temper tantrums, and those things, which we would miss if we didn't have them.
Of course we would. Of course we would. We had another blowout at my house last night.
You did.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Just all kinds of things, you know. Mm-hmm. Doesn't want to do this, doesn't want to do that. You know, you have to. You have to. You want all your teeth to fall out? You got to brush your damn teeth. Go brush your teeth. Do it now. Do it now.
right.
Whew.
Yeah.
Anyway, birthdays today. We have Yana Walder. Stan Brinkman is 58. Dave Edwards is on the list today. Anita Blockberger. Peggy Lewis. Josh Perusi. Justin Rich. Val Bro. Dan Clark. James Harvey. Peggy Severance is 64. And Sheila James is 60 today. You know any of these people here?
I don't think so.
No? Listen, let's throw a shout out this morning. Let's start out with Preston's Kia. If you are looking for a new or new to you car, Preston's Kia most likely has what you're going to be falling in love with next for a vehicle. They've got cars arriving daily now, different models and trim packages and colors available. And, you know, while the other dealerships are fumbling around trying to get inventory, Preston's Kia is just loving it. They've got a huge selection.
And they've got a big event going on right now, so which we've been advertising, and you can get the flyer right on our page to participate.
Nice. 51 Gallison Hill Road in Montpelier. I think everyone pretty much knows where Preston's Kia is right now. But
I think so.
one of the most amazing team members that they have there will help you out. Everyone is ready to help you out.
And we have to say a big congratulations to Nicole, one of the employees there who we know and love. We just she's a great part of this connection.
Yep.
But she's going to have another baby. So
God,
child
really?
number 2 on the way. So congratulations to Nicole.
We have a couple of headlines over the weekend. Hey, good morning, everyone. If you're tuned in this morning, we appreciate it. Glenn, of course, Glenn Brummert, shocker, right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Stacy, good morning. We have 21 skiers and snowboarders.
That blew my mind.
21.
Blew my mind. They were definitely busy this weekend. That poor ski patrol. I can't even believe it.
Me too. I
Crazy.
saw that. All rescued from Killington's backcountry on Saturday. That's one day, Raylene.
Yeah.
That's
Stupid.
Saturday and Sunday
Stupid.
combined. We're talking just Saturday.
Stupid.
21. Listen, asshats. There's a reason why they have boundaries up at the ski resorts. Mm-hmm. Because if you ski out of bounds because you're a powder yahoo, mm-hmm. and you want to...
Well, it's kind of like the truck route, you know, up over the notch.
Oh, over Smugglers, yeah.
Yeah, you know, just ignore that sign.
God.
No big deal.
You know, and Glenn has a great point here that he's posting. I'm curious. I don't know. and I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, but I'm wondering how many of the 21
Are Vermonters?
are Vermonters.
I bet you there's a few.
I'll bet you there are a few, too.
Smart asses that, I'm an expert skier. I'm a Vermonter. I've been doing this for years. I'll know my way, and do it anyway. I bet you there's a few.
I bet you there are too, but I'm guessing that it is not the majority.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
We have not one, but two police cruisers that were struck in a head-on collision Saturday morning in a car chase. That was on our Facebook page. What a story about that. Holy crap. Jesus.
A lot went on this weekend, actually. There were some police chases, a police shooting. The police all over the state of Vermont were very, very busy this weekend.
So this one was around 10:30 on Saturday morning. They had police responded to a report of a man and woman who appeared to be passed out in their car that was parked outside of the Planet Fitness, and they ran the license plate, found out that it was stolen, woke up the two people in the car.
And they took off.
Samantha Jarvis, who was in the driver's seat, and Matthew Kook in the passenger seat. I mean, and headed towards Williston. And I don't know. It's just some crazy shit.
Did you see the Berry City Police Department made a rather large bust?
Yes.
Inadvertently, but they had gotten a call on January 15th saying that there was a car that had been parked for an extended amount of time on Maple Avenue.
Yes.
And that the occupants were sleeping. When they got there and woke them up, there was a lot of drugs and paraphernalia in plain view, but without consent. There's nothing that the police can do about that. Let's make that perfectly clear right now. They did the steps that they're supposed to do.
Sure.
And had they done anything different, the case would have gotten thrown out of court anyways.
Right.
So they didn't mess up. They didn't drop the ball, and they're not lazy assholes. Let's make that clear now, because I've seen all that posted since the news came out. But they filed for a search warrant. It took 4 days to get that warrant. I'm not sure why. I don't know who dropped the ball, state's attorney, whatever.
But they had the car, though. They had the car.
They had the car. They had already seized it. There was a large amount of drugs, cash, cell phones, paraphernalia in the car, and now there was a warrant for the arrest of those two people. Yeah. So, too bad it took them so long. As far as I'm concerned, they should have been able to get the warrant immediately. They should have been able to call a state's attorney. I mean, I know when we used to talk to Rory Tebow, he'd say, I get a call,
done.
whatever, done for something like that. It's it's crazy to me that it took them 4 days. So
we'll
of course
never find out.
They had to let them go, and now there's a warrant out for their arrest, and hopefully they catch up with them. And then we have the devastating barn fire
in Sheldon
over the weekend.
Unreal.
It is absolutely just terrible. We don't need any more dairy farms to go under.
7 fire departments responding.
Yeah.
And I don't know the list of all of the fire departments, but they know who they are, and many do. Mm-hmm. Kudos to the mutual aid that showed up to help that.
Yeah.
No injuries.
No injuries, and 415 animals were saved. 20 small animals perished in the fire.
Yeah, I know they didn't get everything out, but
they weren't able to get everything out. But neighbors thankfully rushed to help and to get the cows out of the barn, and got as much out of there as possible.
Wow.
But just absolutely devastating. The industry certainly can't take one more loss. We just heard from my son not too long ago.
Yeah.
The very small number of dairy farms that still exist in Vermont.
It's horrible. It's horrible. And you know what? Hopefully, the community will rally behind these folks in Sheldon and help rebuild and or help them in some way. And if we find out about efforts that are being made,
There's a GoFundMe. We've posted it. That's up there. There's also a GoFundMe for the fire that happened last week in Marshfield. That was also a small family business. It was a barn, but there was no animals there. That's where their workshop and stuff was. But they lost everything.
horrible.
So that is up there as well for both of those families.
11 o'clock Saturday morning, state police get notified of a snowmobile crash in Norton, Vermont, and on Trail 105. And there was a 2-year-old passenger on the snowmobile when it crashed. I guess the driver hit an icy patch, lost control, veered off of a bridge, went down into a ditch. The child was this 2-year-old was transported and had sustained some injuries, but is nothing that is life threatening.
Right, he is doing well and recovering. Thank God.
The lady, the driver, presumably mom, I'm guessing, I don't know, from Agawam, Massachusetts. The child was wearing a seatbelt and a helmet. They're saying lack of experience, maybe driving too fast. I don't know about you, but if I were to ever take Lily when she was 2 years old and put her on the back of a snowmobile, I'd probably be decapitated by Sherilyn. I mean,
There's no probably.
I would be.
About it. That's
I don't
just
know,
the way
man.
it would
It's just,
happen.
we're all different.
Exactly.
Some, not a big deal to put a 2-year-old on a snowmobile, but for me, I think that's just my personal opinion. I think that's a little young.
I can't say anything. Craig was 3 when he got his first and drove very well, actually, his first gas-powered four-wheeler.
Yeah.
He had a little 80, and he could drive like there was no tomorrow.
Right.
And he was only 3. He had to stand up to do it because if he sat down, he couldn't reach the things he needed to reach. But he was 5. He was 3. Kyle was 5, and my dad got those for them, and they've been riding since then. They were little.
Yeah, and I think Lily, I think she was 7 when I got her a 50cc dirt bike.
Yeah.
And she still loves it, and she's very good on it. We have rules and blah, 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 and the list goes on.
It all depends on
It all depends, man. But
what you do, and he was at least protected, had a seatbelt, a helmet, stuff. At that age, I probably would have had them riding in front of me,
I was just gonna
not
say-
behind me.
I was just going to say the same
but
thing.
then you probably can't buckle them in and do all the things that you
I don't
can
know.
do if they're behind
They'd
you.
be strapped like right here, and we'd be going super slow. And I don't know. I don't know. Anything else in Vermont over the weekend?
Oh, there's plenty of stuff, but it's all on the page,
All right.
and it would take us the whole hour just to go through it all.
We had a weekend of frigid temps across the United States. A little bit of warmer air, bringing in some ice and some flooding in some states.
80 deaths.
80.
The
Amazing.
death toll is up to 80.
They're saying right now 82 deaths.
So up to 82 now.
In
Yeah.
13 states
Yeah.
from the winter storms. Amazing.
Insane.
Oregon, Mississippi, Tennessee. Meteorologists say the warmer air is bringing in, the ice and the flooding and the icy roads and just everything. 37 million people currently under threats of flash flooding and excessive rainfall in the United States. 37 million right now.
Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy.
So we have some warmer weather I see coming in with some rain this week. Amazing.
And so Wednesday, it's supposed to come in on Wednesday. It's supposed to start as snow, then probably going to change to the messy mix that we have grown quite accustomed to.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Yeah.
We have we listed off the birthdays, but we missed Nyla McNulty.
90 today.
90 years old.
Happy birthday.
Wow. Happy birthday.
Oh, that's Shirley's mom.
And let's see, do we have yeah, okay. Is there anyone else? No.
I don't think so.
That's amazing. Nyla McNulty.
90 years
90 years old. Other national headlines, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announcing yesterday that he is ending his bid for the White House and furthermore endorsing former President Donald Trump, which leaves Nikki Haley as the lone Trump alternative in the GOP race and not a whole heck of a lot of time to catch up to him. The new CNN poll shows that Trump is now holding a 50% support among likely Republican primary voters in the state.
And we know that Governor Scott has endorsed Nikki Haley.
Yep.
That happened,
We
I
do.
believe, on Friday of last week.
Yep.
Biden apparently isn't going to be on the ballot in New Hampshire, but the Democrats are coming out and asking that people please write him in. We have that going on. The Vermont Senate passes a tax relief for flood communities.
Yes.
So check that out. That entire story is on the page as well. All kinds of stuff.
That's a big one. Biden forgiving $4.9 billion
In school debt.
in federal student loans for 74,000 people.
Yeah. I
Wow.
So I have a few like this about that because 74,000 people, I'm sure there are a lot more people with student loan debt than 74,000 in the
What are we
United
doing for
States.
veterans?
Exactly.
What are we
that
doing? Seriously.
exactly. My point exactly. You choose
damn.
you choose to go to school
Right.
and do these things
Exactly.
and
Oh, God.
a lot of times if you depending on your education, if you get into an industry, if you sign a contract, if you stay for 5 years, they'll pay for a good portion of your schooling, your debt. It just is. I don't get it at all.
I don't either.
How do you? Yeah,
Yeah. Alec
but we have
Baldwin.
homeless veterans
Yeah,
here.
you're right. It's absolute bullshit. Really is. Alec Baldwin charged again involuntary manslaughter in the fatal shooting during that movie.
Yes,
I wonder how this whole thing's going to play out, Raylene.
I don't know.
I mean, the guy, he certainly didn't do himself any favors by going on the record so many times in getting in the media and speaking out, not just in media, but in social media. And it's like, I mean, where's this lawyer saying,
Hush your mouth.
shut up?
Yeah, well, I'm sure that there was a lawyer saying "shut up," but he's Alec Baldwin, and
Such an
he'll
ass.
do what he wants to do.
Such an
Right.
ass.
Yeah.
Nikki Haley, by the way, is taking a good swing at Trump over the weekend. I don't know if you read about this, about his mental fitness.
Yes, I did. So I read some of it.
Confusing her with Pelosi.
Well,
I
I
don't-
mean, I don't think that he probably confused her with anything.
Yeah.
I think he probably did it quite on purpose.
It was a post on
yeah,
It was a post on X.
Yeah.
And the Washington Post has the story, and you can read it.
And
but
I
it's-
don't know that anybody could get more confused than Joe Biden. So,
Thank you.
I
Guys,
really don't.
Biden's 81 years old. I mean,
And
I don't-
clearly has dementia.
I think so too. I think so too. But I also know that there's plenty of people out there, plenty of voters that could give a shit about the age of a president. I personally do care. That's just my thing. I mean, come on, man. You got to know where you are.
You got to be able to make a speech and know your way off stage.
Thank you.
I mean, come on.
My God.
And I don't even I don't care if you're a Democrat or not.
I don't care either.
You have to look at that man and know that there are some serious problems upstairs.
Yes.
How you can overlook that?
Oh my God, I know.
I don't know.
We got we're going to run down our community calendar here in a second. We're also going to chat with Logan Luce this morning and recap last night's incredible football game between the Chiefs and the Bills. Just checking world headlines here this morning. Pressure mounting on Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, to strike a deal with Hamas to secure the release of more than 100 hostages believed to be alive in Gaza. This is a broken record, man. We just keep hearing this over and over all the time. But on Saturday, he rejected calls for the Palestinian sovereignty following talks with President Joe Biden on post-war Gaza. Death toll surpassing 25,000 people since the attacks, which took place October 7th. So this thing is I mean, I think many of us agree, has gone on way too long, way too far, and somebody's really we got to figure this out. Someone's got to figure this out and start, it's either going to get worse or it's going to get better. But man, this thing is stalled out in the Middle East, and it's crazy. Do you know that I was reading last night, the Ukraine-Russian war is almost 2 years old?
Yes.
It's coming on 2 years in February. I think the end of February. 2 years.
Yeah. I remember we had a couple of guests
Yes.
in the studio.
Jana Walter, who's on the birthday list today. Japan just became the 5th nation to reach the moon after its robotic spacecraft apparently made a soft landing at 10:20 on Friday, 10:20 a.m. Friday morning. The Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency joins the U.S., the Soviet Union, China, and India as the countries that have landed a spacecraft on the moon. Do you believe that it happened? I do.
Yeah.
I do. They put a robot up there. So what is it doing? What is it doing? Walking around? Taking pictures of the American flag from '69? I don't know. Taking soil tests? Who the hell knows?
Who knows?
North Korea claiming to test some underwater nuclear drones. Oh, isn't that nice? A joint military drill that they say is in response to the U.S., Japan, and South Korea doing some flexing. So now they're testing this underwater nuclear drone on the eastern waters off the country there. What else do we have? That's world news. That's kind of it, right?
Pretty much it. I mean, there's like I said, there's all kinds of it out there.
Yeah.
We have a lot of it on the page.
Yeah.
You can skim through. Certainly not all of it. Do try to get on each morning, afternoon, and evening.
Yeah.
See what's happening. Post the latest stories, a few from each outlet.
Yeah.
So that we get all of the views and opinions, hopefully. it's super tough
Yeah.
to do this and please everybody
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
and stay in the middle.
Right.
Super tough, and especially I think that both of us, but I think that I express it a little more, but we both have our own opinions and they can be strong sometimes. So what we do, try our best to post a little bit of everything.
Yes.
All views.
Even the shit that we may find nauseating.
Right, that we don't agree with. And there are a few articles that I absolutely find nauseating.
Yes.
Over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
A few of them just today probably. But
Did you see Rebecca just wrote, the presidency is going to come down to which one is still alive come November.
yeah, probably. Good Lord.
Oh, my God.
It's out of control. But want to jump into some sponsor stuff?
I
Because
do.
we
I
have
wanna-
some great things
I
happening.
want to talk about your coat.
Yeah, well, I'm going to talk about
right.
my coat. You're
Yeah.
not going to because you know nothing about it,
No,
dumbass.
I will. No, I will.
But first, we're going to talk about Tuesday night at Jerry's Sports Tavern.
Yes.
Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, is the very first Connect Four tournament. This
Oh, yeah.
thing is huge. It's this humongous Connect Four game.
I love that
I was
game.
with Tina when she had it in her office. She had just gotten it. She was going to set it up, all that great stuff. But the first 8 people to sign up get to compete in the tournament. No entry fee. Winner gets first spot in the tournament that's going to be held on 1/30. Bragging rights and tickets to Green Mountain Wrestling Pro Match on 1/28/24. So get signed up.
Yeah.
Call Jerry's, head over to Jerry's, stop into Jerry's, anything.
Connect Four is such a fun game. It kind of been around for a billion years. I love playing it with Lily. And here's the thing about Connect Four. You can have a couple of drinks and play Connect Four and play it well. Or you
Yes.
can be completely 100% sober and really
And have a really good time.
and have a really good time
It's
either
pretty
way.
cool, actually. I'd never seen one of the huge, like people size, like 4
Yeah.
feet in the air.
Yeah.
I had never seen one of
Yeah.
those until now. So it's pretty cool.
It's so cool. I
I'm
love
looking
it.
forward to seeing that.
Thanks, Jerry's, for having something that's fun
Different.
and different that we can come indoors, stay warm, have fun, laugh, maybe shoot
Yeah.
some pool, play Connect Four, and make it a tournament at that. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
They're always trying to find something different.
I know.
Which is nice. Like you say, everybody else is doing the
Right.
same sorts of things. So
Right.
it's awesome that you can go there and have a blast and
Right.
do something that you haven't done since you were a kid, sitting
Right.
Indian style with that little friggin' board in front of your
Sure.
face.
Sure.
Right? That was
And-
the size of a notepad.
You know, and whatever you do, if you go to it, don't start fighting with your competitors because it's Connect Four, people. Okay? It's Connect Four.
Well, you don't fight, but you got to have a little bit of, you still got to be competitive. And
Yeah,
I'm sure
but-
there's going to be a little bit of cussing and joking around and
Just
trying to mess
remember-
up the other guy.
Yeah, that's true.
No, not there, not there, not there. Whoops.
Just remember it's Connect Four, okay?
Yeah, but
It's
have
just-
a blast.
Have fun, but it's Connect Four.
So,
Okay.
and then Delicate Decadence, this week's Wednesday meal is
God.
barbecue pork loin, roasted, baked garlic, mashed garlic potatoes, and green beans.
Oh my God. That is like
Yum.
that's a winter meal
So
right
you
there.
can call to order that. It's 479-7948.
Yep.
You can stop in to Delicate Decadence, or you can click the link right on our page on the ad and
Easy.
order from there.
So easy.
And the pricing and everything is right there, and all of the pricing includes your tax.
Yeah, which is so nice. But don't put this off. Don't wait. If you're saying, "Hey man, Wednesday's going to be a rough day. We got appointments. We're going to be running around." Make
Right.
make
Order
that
as
call.
soon as possible.
Order as soon as possible. Make that
Yeah.
call today.
It's very helpful to do that. And then yipes, a couple of things. So Valentine's Day right around the corner.
Yes.
Remote car start.
Yes.
I mean, your wife will love you to death.
That's
if
love.
She or even your husband. I mean, To
Yep.
not have to go out and jump into a freezing cold vehicle is
Yes.
a big deal.
It is.
It may still be a little cold, but it's warm enough so as soon as you start going, you're going to have heat. You're not waiting around. So that is an awesome gift. And then I asked her to make me a jacket.
Okay.
They have quite a few new women's styles in their inventory where they're a little more fitted. They're not so boxy. They're lightweight, nice lined. But she made me this very nice.
Look at that.
It's no secret.
That's fantastic.
Jacket.
Look at that.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. And you know what? If you're like seriously cold, like bad, you can wear that underneath something heavier,
Absolutely.
which is what I love about
you
those
could.
coats.
It is lined though, and it's very warm. It's the windbreaker waterproof type material.
Yep.
See the different colors.
It's beautiful.
She did
mean,
a beautiful
Oh,
job.
they always do a beautiful job.
$49.
Come on.
I think it's a very good deal for what it is, and I love the fact that she was able to put my It's No Secret on there. Of course,
I want the same one.
So if you want to order an It's No Secret jacket or T-shirt or hat, winter hat, have one of those too. I should go get it actually.
Yep.
Any of the It's No Secret stuff, mine has Tyler's name in the ribbon.
Okay.
Because Tyler, of course, that's who the show is dedicated to. And but you can put your loved one's name
Yeah.
in the ribbon instead if you would like. So you can get the It's No Secret because it's not a secret, and have your loved one's name put in there, or you can do it in memory of Tyler and put his name in the
great.
ribbon. 479-0055 for any apparel, really. Of course,
we should
aired
tell.
out,
We should tell.
everything,
Right.
and then the remote starts.
We should tell folks that may not be familiar that It's No Secret is the name of your podcast, which is right here where you're watching now, and it's on Tuesdays at noon. Sometimes that schedule can change a little bit if you have a guest that needs it to be a little different.
Right, and it has been. I've laid off a little bit. I was hoping to stay off until we were back in the studio, but I do have a couple of guests coming up that are in the schedule. Not this week, but starting next week. For 2 weeks in a row, I will be on again at noontime. It's difficult to have some guests here at the house, especially with the dogs.
Yep.
If there's any anxieties or fears or anything like that. Sometimes, even though they're tiny little Shih Tzus, as JD says, they just, it's unsettling to people.
Yes.
And so things have, slowed down a little bit, but I have a lot of great guests waiting in the wings. A lot of great things coming up. We will be speaking with more law enforcement. I'm really trying hard to get somebody from the Vermont Drug Court or the local Washington County Treatment Court in here to talk about what it is, why they do it, what it's like, and I have a couple of attorneys, both from both sides, defense and prosecution, scheduled. We'll be meeting with Dawn Tatro.
I can't wait for that one.
She is the mother to Jenna, of course, Jenna's Promise up in Johnson.
Yeah.
So some really great things coming up. I'm very excited about it.
Good. What else do we have in the community calendar? Anything that's like...
No, I mean, we know that we have, and here we go. So we know that we have the gun show coming up.
Yes.
We have a couple of other things coming up as far as events, but this weekend we just came off of some really great events. They had the Snow Machine 120 circuit, and where it's all the little kids that race their snow machines up at Thunder Road. And
it was so cool to see the
what a blast
I
they
know.
had. Johnny Racer did some great photos, and I
did.
haven't even. I'm going to post another batch. I'm trying to do them in slow batches instead of all at once. But man, he got some great shots of those kids. And, it looked like a really good time, and kudos to them because it was damn cold.
Yeah.
And then we know that I was over at the dumpster dive on Saturday morning.
Yes.
I did not participate. I just stood and videoed it and watched. And
I saw that.
And I don't know why my camera, I don't know if my phone was having a fit because it was so cold, but my camera, I kept losing the screen, and it kept telling me that it wanted to rotate the other way, and it did rotate that way. So that when you look at the video, when you're scrolling through, it looks like, but just turn your phone, people.
Right.
I get so many messages. The video's the wrong, turn your phone.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Or expand it, and it will turn on its own.
Right.
But it's amazing to me how many people will complain about any little thing that they can possibly complain about. I was getting
turn
so
your
pissed.
Phone.
Like, really? You're gonna give me a hard time over that? Really?
Because if you didn't have it turned that way, you would have only been seeing so much.
Right. But my phone wanted me to turn it the right direction.
Right.
And it kept telling me so.
Sure.
But
I've
Heather
done the same thing.
Heather and Glenn and a few other people assured me that even though the video was going out for me, it was still on their end working.
Yeah.
But it was just a great event. They made well over $8,000.
Oh my God.
John Lyon addresses the unicorn. His unicorn deflated.
I saw that.
Yeah, just a great time. Crazy people. Nobody really stuck around a long time this year afterward. They went back inside, I think, changed and got the hell out of there. Last year we kind of hung out a little more, but it was cold.
Yes, it was.
And the only disadvantage I think we had to the whole thing this year is they did the opening ceremony inside, so we didn't get to hear all of that because I was already set up, ready to go outside. So, but it was a great event, a great turnout. I couldn't believe the turnout.
Yeah.
Even though it was damn cold. And a huge thank you to Michael Booten for rescuing me and bringing me a tripod, so I did not have to try to hold the phone. That would have been murder.
Yes.
Well,
it
for
was
me. So
cold
it
as
was
hell,
cold.
man.
So Michael, I called him in the morning. He said, "Nope, I'll be right there." And he, even though it was sub-zero, jumped in his Jeep and came all the way to Southbury to bring me a tripod and get me all set up. So, thank you very much to him.
You have a nice post about Bolduc Metal Recycling and Storage Containers this morning. Yeah. One of our sponsors. Beautiful sunrise. They have like the most gorgeous views up there on the hill.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that they take pictures and post them up on their Facebook page.
Me too. That's actually an older picture.
Oh,
it wasn't
is?
this morning, but I knew that this morning was beautiful because one, I saw it myself and so many others were posting.
Yeah.
But I read their post. I wanted to share their message. So I just snagged their most recent picture because, as you say, they take a lot of those.
Yes.
And so that was just last week.
They're great people. I was chatting with Kim the other day, and we were talking about the market with metal, with scrapping and scrap
Up
metal.
in town and all around.
Yeah, and she's like, just get on our website because we always have the current prices for different types of metals on their website. So before you load up and head up there and get on the scale, have a look at what you got and see what it's worth. steel, copper, aluminum, whatever it may be. So, yeah. Great people. Great family business, too.
Absolutely. And speaking of great family and great things going on and what's going on in the community, so we know that the next up at Wilkins is the chili cook-off. Are you
Yes.
doing it this year?
I don't know.
Have you decided?
I haven't decided. I think I'm gonna just
Go and eat all the
yeah.
chili?
I think I'm just gonna go and
Pay
enjoy
the
it.
$5
Yeah.
for a bowl
Yeah.
and roam around. We'll
Yeah.
go live.
Yeah.
Torment
Exactly.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So John said a lot of people. They have way more entries already this year than they've had in the past. So that's great. And we know that last year you did the Pyoma.
yes.
Pulled it out your ass.
Yeah.
And so because of that, you have no recipe. So even though you won last year, you'd never be able to duplicate.
Well,
You think you may be able to?
I do. I have a pretty good memory of what I put in that in that chili. So I think I could probably duplicate it, but I didn't follow a recipe. I did. I just pulled it right out of my ass. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah.
And the best way to do it is.
But it won you $500.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Come on.
You got to get a spoon in there every now and then and do a little taste and be like, all right, it needs a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. But that's the way to do chili.
Yeah, that was a great time. We had a good day that day.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It really was.
And you were so shocked, totally blown away. I think everybody was kind of blown away. And it wasn't, they literally know it's done by number. They take them upstairs by number.
Right.
Nobody knows who's who.
Right.
And so you have the 3 judges. And who announced you? I forget.
It was Tony Campos.
Tony, and he did not. He was like, oh, God, of all the people that had to win, J.D. Green.
No, he didn't want me to win.
He did not want you to win
No.
because he didn't want your head to get any bigger than it was, he said.
Yeah.
By telling you that
God.
now you are also the chili champ. we had a great time, though.
God. Yeah, I want to try to see if we can reach Logan here. But before I do, is there anything else you can think that's on the community calendar?
No, not right this second. We know that the murder mystery dinner is coming up at the Heading Church.
Yes.
We have some stuff coming up at the Barry Senior Center. Those things are posted, and you'll find all of that.
And there's some Valentine stuff that's coming up too.
Yes, there is. In the next we have a few weeks for that. It's coming out. The Night to Shine is right around the corner. I believe they are still looking for some guest companions. I believe I saw Heather had posted something yesterday. They were hoping a few young men were going to sign up. That maybe they don't have enough of those. Check it out. Keep track of the Night to Shine stuff on the Faith Community Church Facebook page.
Yeah,
and then I will also go in, check with everybody today and see what is still needed, what we can post, and try to help them out a little bit, because that literally is coming right around the corner.
Yeah, February 9th, and it will be at the Barry Elks.
That will be here before we know it.
Yeah.
Glitz for Glam. Glitz
Glam
was this last weekend, and oh my gosh, the crowd and the pictures. The pictures are amazing. I love to see them all. But that DJ kicked some serious ass.
Yeah, he
and
did.
those girls were having an absolute time of their life. Yeah. So kudos to all of them.
I'm going to see if we can connect here with Logan Luce and get him on the air. I know that if you're a football fan, at this point,
I heard that the game last night was a little bit on the edge of your seat.
it was
with the
fantastic.
Bills and stuff. I heard that some people lost some bets that they very much wish that they did not lose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing, and I actually watched. Oh, we're getting his voicemail here.
Okay.
I actually watched the game last night. The Ravens, the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Detroit Lions all advanced to the NFL Conference Championships. Lions reached the NFC Championship for the first time since 1991, which is just tremendous for that organization. Amazing. But yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs last night taking out the Bills, and we really thought that the Bills were going to win. Sherilyn and I were
Lots of people did.
yeah, and as Lily calls it, the blue team. And we were just trying to explain to Lily, who the teams are and who's who and who's what. And all
I'm
that
sure
stuff.
that Shep and the ladies will be talking all about it
Oh
tonight.
yeah. What time are they going to be on?
Tonight, so Monday night, I believe, is 6.
Yep.
Mondays is 6. Wednesdays is 5:30.
Lori
So-
Shepherd and CB. Yep, Four
and
Quarters
Wheels.
podcast.
Yes.
And Wheels, who's amazing.
Tonight. So, and then Linda Kuchar is reminding us, and we have this post on the page as well, that the pickleball courts are open at the Barry Auditorium, ready for players this morning. Come down for some fun. All ability levels are welcome to play. The courts are available this week, Monday through Friday, from 9 to 11, and then from 12:30 to 2:30. Please use the back entrance of the auditorium. Thank you,
Okay.
Linda.
Love Linda. I love the fact that isn't it great when we have people that chime in and
Yes.
tell us about
We
stuff.
love it. Do you know?
I love that.
Somebody posted a picture of a New Hampshire license plate yesterday, and it said, "Listen, Linda." Remember that video?
Oh my God, I love
Listen,
that.
Linda.
I love Listen Linda. Hey, you know who I forgot about this morning?
Who? Connor?
Connor.
No, you didn't forget. I wouldn't have let you forget.
Yeah, it just hit
He's
me.
going to be with us tomorrow morning live right here in
can't
the
wait.
studio.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
See if I can get him on here. Nope. Wait a minute. There. I got him right.
Facebook's just giving you a hard time today.
Oh yeah, always is.
They gave us a hard time all weekend.
Yeah, well, let me see if I can get him on. All right, hold on. Connor's right here. Here he is. I can't forget about this kid, especially on a
Courage doesn't mean you do not get afraid. Courage means you do not let fear stop you. Bye, have a good day. Michigan, everybody, lots of hugs and love.
Hold on, let's catch it again here.
Hey, guys, have a motivational morning. With Connor. Hey, Emerson, guys, a motivational quote. Courage doesn't mean you do not get afraid. Courage means you do not let fear stop you. Bye, have a good day. Michigan, everybody, lots of hugs and love.
Oh my God, he's going to be on with us
I know.
tomorrow
we love
morning.
that kid. We love that kid. He's going to be on with us tomorrow
Oh, my
morning.
God.
Yes. Yes, he is.
I cannot wait. About damn time. I mean, it's this kid is so inspiring, and from Northfield, 11 years old. He's coming in with his dad. And Joseph is just, I mean, my God, what a great dad.
Yes, and they did a great ad as well
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
for coming in.
I have not seen it yet.
It's on our page already.
can't
so,
wait.
Maybe you'll have to just skim our page and you'll find it.
Well, I will.
But yeah, it's out there.
It's
We
going to
love
be
it.
fun tomorrow morning. Connor is, as we just said, 11 years old. He's been bullied at his school at Northfield, and he's turning this shit around. And he's doing doing great things with a great message of positivity and love.
Yes, he
And
does.
that's how he's fighting his bullies.
Yes.
And he's kicking ass.
Yeah, it's the best way.
Really is.
Yes.
Have a fantastic rest of your day, everyone. Be good to one another. We'll catch you tomorrow morning at 9. And keep watching the page. We've got some great stuff on it. Raylene's posting up like a mad woman this morning. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We'll see you tomorrow morning.